Hey everyone, what's going on? It's Andrew. I run the Indecents account, and today we're going to talk about the new Shadowfall game mode in Apex Legends and why I think it should definitely be a squad mode. Before I do start this, I'm thinking of this based on something I thought of by myself, and also a user on the subreddit Apex Legends subreddit u/frozenfro also has made a post about it. I'll have that link below if I remember to. If not, some of these ideas are based off of what he wrote. So I've been playing a good bit of the new Shadowfall game mode in Apex Legends Season 3 during the Fight or Fright event, and I have to say I really like it, but it's got some issues that I think could be fixed by squads. There's a lot of teaming happening, not necessarily in the games I've been playing, but I've seen a lot of it on the Apex Legends subreddit, people complaining about it all the time. People are teaming way before the top 10 standpoint, and that just results in a lot of one person being killed by a team of 2 or 3, and then you have this set squad who is super good against all of the shadows and other legends, and it kind of ruins the game mode for other people. Another problem is that there's a lot of shadows quitting the current game mode. As soon as you die, people are just quitting. Basically, people want to get on the dropship 25 times for the badge, and as they're trying to pursue that, it's getting them killed. So they're just like, okay, I'll just go to the next game. You know, there's no penalty for leaving because it's not ranked, and it's just making more people leave. So that it's making it easier for some people. But unless you're me, you get in a game where there's a full shadow squad. But for some people, they're complaining that it's too easy, which I find interesting. Particularly on PC, people are having a lot of troubles with the shadows just leaving, and there's only being 5 shadows, so they lose every time because the legends are just going to defeat them, especially on keyboard and mouse. Most of the frustration that I get from this game mode in solos is that I don't have anyone to back me up. Frozenfro actually talks about it here. If you're already having people teaming and killing the other shadows, why not just have them already be teams in the first place? Quite simply, that makes perfect sense. And then at top 10, really top 9, whoever's left, as soon as there's 10 people left, they become a squad just like normal, and they still have to escape versus the other shadows, the other zombies. Also, if this is like a zombie type game mode, generally you're going to have in real life and based on everything we've seen, you're gonna have people who are gonna team up, they're gonna group up to fight the zombies, right? Why doesn't that happen in here? Because they wanted a solo mode, hoping that people who like solos would come back for it. That's probably why they chose it to be solos. Personally, I think it'd be much more fun as groups. That being said, I also am someone who always plays Apex Legends with friends for the most part. My friend Brooke and my friend Jeff, we tend to play almost every night, and this new game mode came out, and I was super excited to play it with them, but it's solos. It really sucks. It's a really big bummer. I was really hoping there would be a squad mode, and there's just not. I wish there was. If you made it into 3-person squads like a normal game mode just with zombies, it would mean that the fights can still happen, but as soon as a teammate goes down, they're a zombie. I think that would be super interesting. So you still wouldn't have respawn beacons and all that stuff, but as soon as your teammate completely dies, there's no getting them off the floor. That's it. They're dead. You now have to worry about a teammate knowing where your team is. I think that'd be super interesting. It'd create a really fun dynamic between the players on a team and their fallen squad members. I think that would be super, super cool. The other final thing I want to talk about is the final squad at the end. Let's say there's 10 people alive or 9 people alive, however it ends up being, and you have your full squad. One of the suggestions on here is that Frozenfro suggested that you could be able to ping, which I think would be super useful if you could ping for your teammates. That would make it more fair in terms of how people are going to be able to get around and knowing where the bad guys are and being able to figure out where their team is held up, etc., etc., is going to help a lot. Plus, if you need weapons or shields, your teammates will be able to get them for you. I think that would be a super cool addition and something that Respawn should definitely look into. I think the squads is going to add a dynamic that's going to make sure people won't just quit as soon as they can, because you're going to have more people depending on you. And while it may not be a huge change, it's going to change it enough that people aren't just going to be like, screw you, I'm gone, bye, bitch. It'll be more interesting, right? You have a team that's depending on you, the rest of your shadow squad, right? It's going to be more fun if you know where other people are, instead of floating through the air and being like, well, where's that other team at, or where's the other guy at that I just saw? I have no idea. Or there's a marker on the map. Oh, he's dead. Well, I don't know where to go now. I'm going to land in the middle of nowhere and have no idea. At least when you die as a shadow and the rest of your team is still alive, you know where they're going to be at. You know where you died, and you can go back to get them. And that's a really fun dynamic that I think Respawn kind of overlooked. So overall, I really, really hope Respawn listens to some of the community and decides to add a squad version of Shadowfall. It doesn't even have to replace the current solo mode Shadowfall. Just add a secondary one, because honestly, I have friends I want to play with, and I want to play with them. I love the game mode. I think it's super cool. It reminds me of Call of Duty Zombies, and it reminds me of, there was that game mode that existed in Black Ops 2 where you could have a zombie running around the map, stuff like that. I think it would be super, super cool to have squads in Shadowfall, and it would just make it a lot more fun and take away a lot of the frustration the community currently has with the new game mode. If you are looking for gameplay of the new Shadowfall game mode, click the link in the description below. It's going to take you to my last video, which was my first couple games of Shadowfall, and it actually turned out to be pretty weird and kind of funny. Anyways, that's it for this video. Like it if you liked it. Favorite the video if it's your favorite. Don't share the video. Subscribe for more. Check out my Twitch channel in the description below. I have been streaming on there fairly often, and I'm trying to reach affiliates, so the more viewers the better. Anyways, I'll see y'all later. Take care.